Greetings, everyone. This will be a continuation from my last video about how essentially I got into comics. In this one, I'll be dealing more so with the art side of comics, and I'll start off by talking about first of all, from where I left off, which was the All New, All Different X-Men annual. Soon after that, I started getting into specific artists. One of those artists, I believe the first artist that I ever seriously paid attention to, was Gene Colan. He was the guy that his work was so atmospheric, so cinematic. It was really like going to a different world, way beyond what I had been used to. Prior to Gene Colan, everything seemed two-dimensional, and although every artist's work is by definition two-dimensional, he was able to bring that illusion of a third dimension into his work like it was nobody's business. It was very, for comics, it was very realistic. Yet at the same time, still very stylistic. And the way he was able to capture mood, emotion, and all that, with the way he was able to handle light and shade, very few artists can match him on those things, at least here in the States. And I followed him probably regularly up until the final issue of Tomb of Dracula, which may be his crown jewel. But even without Tomb of Dracula, I was liking his work on Doctor Strange, on Daredevil. As a matter of fact, Daredevil was probably one of the flat-out few superhero books that I actually enjoyed his work on. He did stuff like the Avengers and whatnot, but to me his style didn't really lend itself to a book like that. But the guy is a living legend, and I don't know what to say about him beyond that. The next guy who had a profound effect on me, I was probably in recess or lunch with some friends of mine, and a guy showed some comics that he had, and the splash page on one of those comics showed Triton of the Inhumans, and he was coming out of the water, and it wasn't an Inhumans comic, it wasn't a Fantastic Four comic. If memory serves, it was a Avengers comic, and it was like he was coming through the page at you. Neil Adams, I think, is just one of the most dynamic artists that I've ever seen, pretty much ever, including today. And just to know that he hasn't really lost a step, considering that I first seen his work in the 70s, and now that he has his Batman Odyssey deal out, he seems reinvigorated. But yeah, his Batman, his Superman, the work he's done with Marvel on the Avengers, and a variety of characters with the big two, not to mention his own company, Continuity. The guy is, no doubt, a modern master, as that Tomorrow's publishing company, as its name states, you know. And the next guy I'll talk about, he's not a penciler, he's an inker, and Ernie Chan is the reason that a long time ago I used to buy the Hulk, and his inks over Sal Buscema's pencils really made the pictures in the Hulk just pop off the page. Whether it was Hulk versus the Constrictor, Hammer and Anvil, or whatever, Ernie Chan to me was just top notch. I believe he's a penciler in his own right. I think he's done some stuff for DC, and he's inked other people, but usually when he's inking someone, he brings the level of their work up, and he certainly did that with Sal Buscema, especially given the fact that I'm not a Sal Buscema fan. So if nothing else, that was when I found out that an inker can be definitely someone who's not just a person that traces over someone's pencils and can actually bring something to the party. Right now I think I'll cap this video right here and come back with a few more artistic picks for the next video. So until then, night out.